execution perfect on your combos. In the interim, I'm going to have the crispiest punish game in the game.
Yeah, and speaking of two heavies going at it, even with fatigue, we have Rob versus Snake. Now, it's a tale as old as time. You need to get a lead on Snake if you want any chance at having an easy or more linear way to win the game. If you fall behind, then all ApolloKage has to do is grenade trade.
Agreed. It just feels like this character in particular is the perfect example of a zoner that can throw hands. Nobody is better at boxing than this man. He's got that CQC for days.
Yeah, absolutely. Zomba's got a lot to prove, of course, coming off of that just devastating loss versus Wrath. This is going to be a little bit more, I would say maybe a fun matchup than playing against Sonic, and going really high. Zomba's been chasing all day.
But the Cypher armor definitely bailed him out right there. And speaking of the SDI, that time bailing ApolloKage out. 2 combos in a row now. He's managed to just barely escape Zomba on the hunt in this position. Feels like Apollo struggling to get his feet set so far.
Yeah, you can see Apollo kind of dodging around, B-reverse grenades, just kind of dropping grenades all over the stage, but Zomba's not really in a position to get hit by most of them, and if he is, he's in a position to punish afterwards.
Oh, the side B came out, unfortunately. AK unable to get the recovery going, and you hate to see it at 170. Perhaps wasn't able to C4 recover, but you'd like to make it back to stage just to get some chip damage in.
Yeah, is that a little bit of that fatigue we were talking about, Scabs?
Perhaps.
That's a missed input that you don't want to see this early on into the set. Or maybe you do want to see it early on.
Oh, he actually got it to B-reversal Sticky right there. Zomba dropped shield just to see what was going on and try to get a punish, and AK punished appropriately.
Talk about a morale booster. I mean, that's another like lightly clip-worthy moment where when you get those, you just feel so good and you're ready to start rolling the set.
Like, what of it? I am kind of good.
Exactly. You forgot I can do this. Big back air.
That it was. Dash attack as well to go ahead and claim full stage control, but we're going to see Zomba recover high, as he's done so many times before. That is the big advantage of Rob in this position. Edge trapping becomes so much harder if your character that doesn't have much vertical momentum like ApolloKage Snake.
Projectile games, name of the game, we got lasers, we have gyros, we have C4s, we have grenades, we've got missiles, we've got more missiles, we've got mortars.
I think we're going to have PTSD at the end of this.
Oh, okay, Zomba's not getting hit by that. You just have so much mobility with Rob's up B. You know, there's so difficult to hit with the Nikita.
Barry, we have the mash, but not actually going for the up tilt up air. I dig that little wait from Zomba, perhaps trying to get a reset. Gets the back air there, though. Able to outspace that Snake up tilt.
Yeah, if you're not at the perfect percentage, up tilt up air is not going to be true, I don't think, against a one-frame, like, get out of jail free option. And I think that's what Zomba was a little bit afraid of, waiting for the air dodge, but ApolloKage can also just pull grenade and not die.
Very true. Just, yeah, hit one button. Not necessarily an excuse for checking those spots.
That's true.
Catches the gyro look like right there with the neutral B. And then just the lingering back here. That moves last so long, and even if you hit the weak hitbox at 200%, it's definitely going to knock Zomba away far enough to make it safe.
Yeah, but with 62% on Snake and against a fresh stock on a heavy, you can't just grenade trade. Like, you can't just use grenades to eat damage or to get out of combos, because you're going to rack up too much damage, and Rob doesn't need to hit anything too crazy to kill you. A Nair on Snake at like 180% midair, that's going to be a problem.
Indeed, right there, trying to land on top of Rob, not working out, unable to get the kill. However, we're going high yet again with a laser. Actually just waiting out the Cypher armor. The patience here from Zomba. It worked out the first 2 times, and then he's over-aggressive the third.
Yeah, this is still looking all but lost for ApolloKage. You have to find some like big string into a nice advantage state if you want any chance of winning this. But if it's just neutral scramble, oh, nice grenade to get out of jail. That would have been dead for sure.
But at 174 here, you have to wonder how many more of those AK's got in the back pocket here. Off stage yet again with the gyro. Has to recover low, does so with the air dodge. Gyro out, but can't land an aerial. Now Zomba might be in the corner here. AK has a chance to respond.
This is actually a pretty big chance with Rage online. I mean, you still have to kick kind of like 60-70% more on Rob to get maybe like something more guaranteed or an up tilt kill, but with a lot of Rage, that's possible.
The projectiles coming out yet again. It feels like, oh, the spot dodge too, so not even able to land the grab is Zomba, nor the down tilt. No confirms, no setups. Zomba feels like he's starting to fritter away this lead. I want to see something happen where you open AK up, because I think he's just going to hold back until he's at 275 and he's liable to die to one of his own grenades.
Yeah, that's probably the case, but also a Nair will kill at this point. So I fully expect Zomba to go for something to break the Cypher and then just a Nair, or go off and forward air, don't even hit the Cypher, and end the stock immediately.
Yeah, we saw AK get away with that a couple times. We're using the Cypher armor to beat that forward air. I think at that point he held down, let go of the Cypher, and was trying to buffer an air dodge on to snatch that edge, but did not quite work out.
Yep.
So I think the blueprint was there on that last stock. The first two, though, it just felt like Zomba was on another level.
Right, absolutely agree with that. I think we're going to be seeing some stage swap here. I don't foresee a situation where we're running back to PS2 every game in Snake versus Rob, who both benefit from various stage and platform setups. It looks like we were running against a small battlefield.
I'm digging that one. Same general layout. Snake still gets the ability to hide the C4 on those platforms, control a ton of space. But at the same time, it's not particularly bad for Rob either. This kind of layout really does lend itself well to both of these characters' game plans.
Yeah, the big thing here is that C4 and grenades cut off a larger chunk, or I should say percentage of the stage, and that means that Zomba does not easily just get to dance around as much. Footstool down air is something that I've never seen a Rob do.
He actually did that like the earlier set, and I said the exact same thing. I was just watching that and I'm like, really? We got those, Zomba?
Oh, that's crazy.
He got those and more, it looks like, with the side B off stage, but yeah, this Snake a little bit too heavy for that one.
Yeah, this is a situation of you're not stuck in here with, or I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me, where yes, you can cover more of the stage with grenades, with C4s, but also Zomba's like neutral air and various large hitboxes on Rob feel really claustrophobic for ApolloKage to be here.
Agreed. Just one of those spots where, yeah, I can just go ahead and turn up the aggression, though. That camp game not as solid.
138% on ApolloKage. Various things will kill here. A forward air will kill.
Gyro will kill?
That's very nicely placed.
I guess Gyro will kill that percent. Great shot, for sure.
Yeah, didn't hit with the Cypher again. Zomba's been really good at avoiding that or trading with it when needed.
So now AK gets the grab, down throw at text chase situation, excuse me. Stuck in the corner here is Zomba one more time, but again, the verticality has been the difference maker. I'm just going to up B and call it a day. What's the stall option?
Yeah, this is still what ApolloKage wants, though, is to be able to set up on the ground. And look at that, able to find the up tilt on the platform. That's pretty massive. A lot of the rest of the stage was cut off by grenades.
A lot of these aerials have been a bit errant from AK. Feels like we've seen a lot of overshots in the forward airs and the neutral airs, too.
A big air dodge there, but it's going to be frame trapped into the back air, and ApolloKage is, like, once again, 100% higher than Zomba on the same stock, and it's probably going to be the name of the game for the rest of this. Without some big momentum shift, up air doesn't kill.
I really appreciate Zomba's combos out of grenades. Like, he is taking AK's tools and saying, I don't want it, you can have it back. You're just giving me more projectiles to toss at you.
That's the exact reason that stock went the way that it did. I love that from Zomba. Not afraid to use any projectile on the stage, not just his own.
A little bit of an alley-oop right there using Snake's own ball.
Yep. ApolloKage trying to get back to stage. You're a full stock down at this point. I mean, you can't just set up and go for grenade trades. Again, we talked about this. You have to be able to start a big advantage state and then set up on the stage. You have to play your trapper game.
We just need to see the X Factor come out. AK has made so many of these comebacks using some flashy moves, getting a spike off stage, or even just a phenomenal combo to end stocks early. But Zomba has been looking healthy at 130 and 140, living a long time, and in fact, too long of a time.
Yeah, Zomba doesn't make it easy. Like, to be able to implement your X Factor, oh, wow. Speaking of X Factor, placement of C4 and then not paying attention to where it is, Zomba does fall there. That's the kind of X Factor that we're going to need from ApolloKage, that setup.
Another C4 ready directly underneath the platform. Yet again, same plan, and loving the respect that Zomba's been showing that. Look at that, the double down tilt and then back off instantly. I do not want to be in that pressure situation. The grenade bailing him out of the berry into the up smash. Another lease on life right here is AK, and being very disciplined with the shield.
Yeah, but how long does this lease last? We're at 4 minutes on the clock and 158% with basically no projectiles set up on the screen. The grenades are being tossed errantly, but that's not advantage.
No, this has just been disadvantageous position after disadvantageous position, and the laser in the magnifier will do it.
Shoo! Yeah, from downtown, you would have thought that Rob was the one from a first-person shooter video game.
I mean, look at the expression here.
Not Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid fans, don't at me. All right.
First-person shooter?
Not first-person, not first-person.
Take it a minute here. I mean, I'm digging Zomba, too. Look at when the camera went onto him, not an expression in his face, didn't really look particularly stressed, didn't look like particularly tired. Has a slack off shirt going, not necessarily looking particularly truant right here. He is not taking a set off. He is back to work.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting point to be made. We always talk about how mental fortitude is important, and the stoicness on the face is something Zomba is known for, but is that what you need in this moment, is to stay stoic? If you're Zomba, yes. If you're ApolloKage, I don't think so.
Definitely. I can see that. It's you know that you deserve to be here. So now it's time to show folks that you need to punch that ticket in the top 8. This is still a top 8 qualifier match. You don't want to go ahead and exit early. You want to prove the haters wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to see some rage come out from ApolloKage in the form of attitude more so than percentage, and hopefully, you know.
So far, already a solid lead from AK, but we've seen these leads evaporate instantly. Tries to go ahead and get some game plan going with the grenade, but instead another little overshoot with the aerial. Does manage to clip once and gets the air dodge at least.
Yeah, now we get a little bit of setup here, having some space to work with, going back to PS2, realizing that PS2 actually provided the space to back up and set up some situations like that where you can drop projectiles and then throw out errant hitboxes. That's actually working out for ApolloKage. I love the switch back to PS2.
I dig it as well. It just feels like you're setting up 50-50s around your shield. Like either you spot dodge and maybe I get a pivot grab, or maybe you get an advantage state out of it. It's so tantalizing. You just want to hit the button.
Yeah, claustrophobia, I think, was too big of a problem on a smaller stage like Small Battlefield. So being able to run away and then set up your traps is kind of the only way that ApolloKage is going to get to set up traps to begin with.
And he goes high again and then cancels with a neutral air as well. Tries to go for the grab, but great reaction there from Zomba.
Wow, this is so scary. ApolloKage is B-reversing into hitboxes and not dying.
The laser, though, really setting off that grenade puts AK in a really awkward position. The parry back onto stage here, though. AK has another opportunity to continue to extend this lead here. Spot dodge.
Split's not going to quite do it. 90%, 186% is a lot of rage, but it's also a lot of percentage to die at. So what's Zomba going to do? Just play back? You're going to look for an errant forward air? Nah, grab confirms. That's what we're fishing for.
At this percentage, just about any grab will do it. Don't even need to go for the parry. I'm pretty sure up there will do so. But instead, was that a nair that came out?
It was a nair. That was a nair. That's what we're talking about. Those mid-air nairs will kill at like 185+% on Snake. And that did work out in his favor. But now ApolloKage has a little bit more onus to not just trade damage because it's not actually going to be favorable against his heavyweight.
Dash attack actually to cover the landing. So good from AK. Nikita is out. Zomba going high. What's the trap? The gyro actually breaking up that edge trap option. Great tool from Zomba.
Yeah, ApolloKage went for a deep edge guard with the Nikita and unfortunately wasn't able to make any setups happen after that, so Zomba feels okay to go to and from the corners. However, I think ApolloKage is going to do a little bit more setup this time.
You think? 2 grenades and the gyro and the up smash. He was cooking something up right there.
And Zomba's still living at 190%. Actually has the advantage. Nice trade. That's better for Zomba.
Now, full reversal right here. Zomba has center stage and doesn't look like he wants to give it up. Just waiting for AK to overextend just a bit. But here's the secret. AK's not going to overextend. Another dash attack barely sneaking under that landing.
Yeah, I don't know if that one was supposed to kill there.
Yeah, I don't know. We want to talk about that DI.
No. We'll leave that one alone. Down throw there is not going to ultimately confirm into anything. So ApolloKage was looking for a chase and did not quite find it. Oh, wow. Big damage.
What a pickup. 57 off the double explosion in the forward tilt. I dig that.
Now trading damage is the name of the game for ApolloKage. I love this. Just pull out grenades and then actually just shield. Don't throw out any hitboxes unless you're both in the air.
Sometimes not hitting buttons is in fact the answer. Mashers need to weep.
Oh, catches, sweeps with the up tilt right there. I didn't even think Zomba was at the percentage to die.
Neither did I in that position. 20 bucks as Zomba's trying to get a double jump away from that spot.
Okay, 2-1 ApolloKage showing some big adaptation there, going back to PS2, and of course we're going to be seeing a stage swap. There's no way we don't.
We are not going back there. So yeah, neutral air, and he just barely clipped the end of Rob's nair. Look at the spacing on that. He just clipped the bottom of the base.
Yeah, that's crazy. I imagine the bands coming out here are probably Smashville, Hollow Bastion, and then I'm not really sure, Battlefield maybe? So I think we're going to be going to either a flat stage or we're going to be going to Small Battlefield.
I think it might very well be the latter in this position, as that might have been left open, and we're not doing DSR, I guess.
Yeah, and Small Battlefield. This isn't no DSR, this is Midwest Unified rule set, but it's stage first instead of character first, aka the GOML 2022 rule set.
Understood. Not quite doing that unified quite yet in this region.
Okay, so more claustrophobia, and ApolloKage is once again struggling, as we saw last time they were on this stage.
Yeah, this is exactly what we saw last time, where Zomba just gets up a quick head of steam and just never lets go. So now, this is the real tester. Is ApolloKage going to be able to get a speed set? Can he just slow the momentum down? Because as it stands, Zomba getting up a full head of steam, not looking like he's trying to hit the brakes anytime soon.
Yeah, like that F tilt. Zomba's just holding down, throwing out very quick and safe hitboxes, nothing like Nair or anything that might allow ApolloKage to pull out a grenade and get back to stage. Just holding down the fort, again, just throwing out F tilts.
And every time that ApolloKage lands without hitting a button, it feels like now is Zomba started to punish that. We're not getting Tomahawk grabs for free anymore.
Down tilt was almost big shield pressure there, but Zomba's still holding down the stage. ApolloKage has some projectiles set up, but they're defensive. They're not aggressive.
At this point, AK is 100% ready to get this projectile trade going.
Yeah, but is he 100% ready to die off this up throw? Didn't catch the platform, didn't need to.
At 178, for sure, with a little bit of extra rage as well. The DI was actually pretty impressive from AK, too.
Yeah.
Trying to live that one. Perhaps at the very edge of kill percent there.
Yeah, it seems so. 108%. Now Zomba's going to play the let me break grenades, let me trade with you game, or let me run away.
I think it might be let me run away.
Yeah.
Does approach, but only approaching with a grenade in shield.
Yeah.
Just walk forward ever so slowly and be like, you know you want to hit me, right?
Always taking a juggle when they can, but that was a C4, I have to assume, underneath the feet of ApolloKage. Happy to trade the damage there to close the stock because you need that stock closed.
That it was, and I didn't hear the audio cue, so I think that might have just gone off after that 30-second timer expired.
Yeah.
Unfortunate timing for sure.
Yeah, that Cypher's tough, but able to tech at this percentage a little bit higher and probably won't be able to tech next time. Even up with the percentage, though, ApolloKage is back in the driver's seat.
And continuing to go ahead and hit his feet on the gas. It just feels as though Zomba's game plan needs a little bit of adjustment right here. AK has been looking so crisp these last 2 games and looking to continue it. Up tilt definitely not going to kill at this percentage, but going to force Zomba to retreat all the way across the stage. The respect that Zomba gives for AK's anti-airs is starting to look very good.
Big jab lock into the up smash, and Zomba's once again a stock up. Yes, it's high percentage. Yes, it's possibly even kill percentage for some confirms or some errant up tilts on platform, but Zomba's not giving it up that easy. C4 at ledge, just immediately lets it go, actually. ApolloKage is not setting up any ledge traps with all of the traps available. It's trying to look for some errant confirm immediately, and actually is able to find it with the up tilt. Very, very important that happened then, because Zomba was about to get stage control.
It looked like he actually caught the gyro with the up tilt as well, so great recognition there that you can catch those items with the full distance of your tilt, and up tilt more than disjointed enough to go ahead and eliminate that threat, as well as take that stock.
I don't know about that forward air from ApolloKage.
That was risky.
Yeah, rolls into a bunch of damage and is now at 120%, seemingly out of nowhere. Zomba's just got to find essentially one good hitbox or one good ledge trap to end this one.
Speak of the devil right here. Are we going to get it? Goes for the up air on the platform, but yet again, AK maintaining discipline on the plats as he's been doing this entire set. Now goes high, use the Cypher armor, B reverses twice, unable to get down still. Zomba gets the back air.
Big back air chase on the Cypher recovery. I mean, ApolloKage couldn't do anything. There's no choice there. You can maybe try to C4 recover if your C4 isn't already on the stage, but even then, it's a little bit too scary, and so, of course, you're just going for the Cypher, and Zomba had all the tools in the world to end that one.
Anytime Robs can get towards that stage, towards that platform, even if you have an aggressive option available, like if you can get a C4 recovery going, you're just going to swing in front of you, you're going to force a tech, and then they're going to hit you again. It's a checkmate situation where even your aggressive options are going to be exploited because they have the wall to tech. So a bit of an unfortunate position for sure for AK, and Zomba continuing our #1 seed, advancing in bracket.
Yep, maintaining top 8 seed in bracket, but I want to pivot for just a moment to talk about what these players hopefully are doing in their